Hello, and welcome to another Verbling class. Tonight's class, Describe What You See, will start shortly.
Hi.
Just waiting for students to arrive in the class. It's now 7 o'clock. We have a full reservation list. Here we go. Hello.
Hello, hi Simon.
How are you this evening?
Good, very good. And you?
Well, I've been relaxing. I almost slept through class. Have you ever just had dinner and you felt like kind of relaxed and you sit down on the couch and then you start to fall asleep?
Yeah, I know that feeling.
That's exactly what I was doing. So, do you have any holidays coming up?
Actually, I'm during the holiday itself.
Yeah, and what do you plan on doing?
I'm just going to go to watch movie this night. Tonight, yeah.
Which movie?
Star Wars.
Oh, I can tell you what happened. I just saw that today.
Please don't. I wanna have a surprise.
No, it's you know what? It's very very well done. It's a long movie, but it's one of those movies where you're thinking like, what's going to happen next? The movie's got to be ending, but it doesn't. It keeps going, and it is well done. It plays to the or nods to the existing movies. It's got a lot of the older characters, and
Mhm.
and it's a good movie. It's more than just a science fiction movie.
Can't wait.
Excellent. All right, speaking about can't waiting, I've got another couple of students who can't wait to get started here. Edson also joined us. Hello, Edson.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How have you been?
Not bad.
What did you do
Studied
today?
English. Studied English as usual.
Hmm.
Relaxing, we'll go for a walk. And now it's raining and then I cannot go out.
Okay. What have you been doing today, though?
Many things. Like eating, have dinner. No, have dinner not yet. But like lunch, I had pork and beefs and some salads and beer, just a little bit.
You know, I almost had some beer today, but I didn't at the last minute.
Why not?
I don't know. I just wasn't feeling up to it. I thought that maybe it might put me to sleep for class.
Oh, okay. But you don't need to drink a lot of beers, just a little bit. I don't know, one glass or maybe two, three. I don't know.
Yeah,
Is enough.
I think you're right. Yeah, just have a little bit.
The
Yeah.
problem is you need to go every time to the bathroom because number one is terrible when you drink beer.
It certainly can be. Certainly can be. Rexia, welcome. How are you tonight?
Good.
Excellent. What did you do today?
So I yeah watched some. Let me see. Yeah, I basically I was practicing something over on Skype with someone in the morning, and also take a verbal lesson in the morning, and in the afternoon I pick up my kids, and yeah, also in the morning I send my kids to school, and yeah, later in the afternoon I pick up my kids, and then I just cook something.
How many kids do you have?
Two.
That's a lot. We've got one, and we're probably going to stick to one.
Wake up one. You actually, we send the kids separately because they go to separate school.
Ah, very
Yeah.
nice. And who else is joining? William. Hello, William. William's the silent kind. Doesn't want to
Hi,
speak.
teacher. No.
Hi, where are you from, William?
From Bogota.
Bogota, South America.
Right.
Excellent. Well, welcome to class. William, have you been attending Verbling long?
No, not so much.
Okay, well, welcome to my class. We'll get started shortly, guys. Well, it looked like I was going to have a busy Christmas Eve. I had 4 classes, and then a student booked a private session, so I got 5 classes. I'm going to be tired that day. But it's going to be lots of fun. Tomorrow night, what do we have coming up tomorrow night? I have 2 classes, one in the afternoon and one late, like right now. One of them is a conversation class, and another one is small talk. So if you guys get a chance, take a look at those classes. So what do we do? What is the purpose? What are the objectives of this class? Well, I'm going to show you a picture, such as this. And what I want you to do is describe what immediately comes to mind. What does this make you think about? Obviously, this is a strange image here because we have a present symbolizing something that is done at Christmas, and we've got 2 stormtroopers definitely not giving presents to each other. That's not what stormtroopers do. So it's a very strange image, but either way, when you see this, your mind is going to think of something, and that's what I want you guys to be able to talk about. I'm going to start the clock at 2 minutes apiece. That means you guys have 2 minutes to describe what you think of when you see this image. I'm going to start from left to right this time. So Edson, I'm going to start you off. When I first showed this image, what were you thinking?
I think how many gifts I receive when it's Christmas, because I love receiving gifts, especially one when my mom gave me and was like a electric guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I love that because I got a passion in playing. Because even though I didn't know how to play, but later my teacher taught me how to play, and I practiced a lot. But nowadays I am still not good at playing. But I'm trying. Yeah, and I am progressing a lot, in very fast, according to my teacher, of course. I don't know if I'm playing very well or not, but anyway, was a really good gift that I received in my life. Because just like common gifts like clothes, shoes, and I don't know what else. It's just like, oh, it's okay, it's good, but you fit, and that's it. You use, but it's not funny. I need something to much better than that.
So what is the best kind of gift then?
Hmm?
What is the best gift?
But the best gift was the electric guitar that I received when I was a little younger. And I nowadays I am borrowing a lot of my neighborhood because I just amplifier and I turn on the electric guitar and the highest volume, and then I don't care about the time. Like for example, I play something like sometimes at midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. They try to call me, but I don't care.
Thank you. That's one thing I didn't realize about you. You have a musical talent.
No, actually, I'm trying.
Well,
So,
still, that's good. It's something to try, right?
yeah.
Awesome. All right, Hissam, hello. And how do I say your name?
It's Hisham.
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 Yeah, you can just call me if that comforts you.
No, Hisham, I can say your name. I just need help in
Okay.
pronunciating it, so no worries. All right, so same to you. I give you 2 minutes.
Mhm.
What first came to mind when you saw this image?
When I first saw this picture, it remind me of the time when I gave my crush a gift um, when I got back from Australia vacation.
Mhm.
It's a kangaroo bear, uh, and I'm pretty excited to give it to her, and that's it.
That's all you want to say?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine if you don't want to say anymore, but you've got a minute and a half left, and
Um.
how about this describing with more detail, more adjectives? How did you feel, the sense, the color, sounds related to that memory?
Oh, okay. By the time I gave it to her, I'm really scared. I'm not really confident when gave the gift to her.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm just trying luck.
Well, it can be difficult choosing a gift for somebody, right?
Yeah, but because I chose kangaroo bear because it's quite normal when you go. Australia is quite normal or common to have a kangaroo or koala bear as a gift when you got back. Yeah, I think that's 2 minutes.
Well, it's close to 2 minutes. All right, I'll let you go,
I'm sorry.
Hisham. And of course, that brings us to Rexia. Oh, Rexia, it's a strange image, isn't it?
Yeah, it's because of it's not real human. It's Robert.
Actually, they aren't people. It's from Star Wars, so that's armor on the outside.
Oh, it's not Robert. It's from Star Wars.
Yes.
I never see Star Wars, so I've never seen Star Wars, so I don't know. Um, I was actually I noticed one of the people on the left, why his arm is he's trying to do something, or he's lifting his left arm a little bit, and left forearm a little bit.
I have no idea what he's doing.
He's trying to say say something, or he's trying to take the gift, but doesn't look like this poster isn't doesn't quite fit into the way people usually do to take the gift. When you take a gift, you will stretch your arm more horizontally. I don't know. You should reach for the gift rather than putting in the direction of your mouth. But I was thinking, there's a very huge contrast between the color of the present and the color of the people, like not the Robert, but what's that called? The Star Wars people.
Those are military people. They're called stormtroopers.
Okay, but there's a huge color contrast. So the present is in bright color, bright red, but the people are not dressing in any forms of color clothes. They're just gray.
No, it's more of a contrast in culture. So we see
Culture.
something that is very Western about giving gifts and presents, so the Christmas um, idea. And then you see stormtroopers, which are anything but a force of good. So it just seems really strange to see two stormtroopers exchanging a gift.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Tonight we're going to have a few strange images just to have you guys thinking. See, next we have William. William, what comes to mind when you see this image?
Yes, teacher. Okay. Well, the first thing that comes to mind is the movie Star Wars. Star Wars. That is now the second one, I think so. So I think that the appearance of the troopers is not very realistic for me. I mean, I think that are toys, not like troopers of the real troopers. I think that looks like toys. Um, well, for me, these guys in the movie, their objective is like be very rude guys with bad attitude
Hmm.
and like be aggressive and fight with against other. So I think that this image give us hope in the humanity because even if with these brave soldiers that just think in fight and in war, they also can have feelings and emotions and well celebrate Christmas.
So there's
Mm,
hope
mhm.
in
Yeah,
all of us, right?
yeah, sure. I think that there is hope in all of us. And well, I think that um, I would like to see a different background. I don't like the white color. I think that is all.
All right, thank you very much. All right, and Asma, hello, welcome to class.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I've got an interesting image here. Again, the whole point of this class is not to describe what you guys actually see, but what it makes you think about. So, Asma, when you see this image, what do you think about?
Okay. What comes in my mind is those stranger aliens. I can say aliens?
Onion.
Aliens. Uh, aliens.
Alien.
I don't. Yeah, aliens. Yeah.
Okay.
So supposedly that the idea that I have that they don't have emotion or feelings. So if I see that they are exchanging gifts, so they are recognizing something or they have feelings. So, but in our life, in our real life, when we talk about a human being, some people don't have the feeling or don't like to exchange gifts because exchange gifts means that um, you respect other, you think about other, you like to acknowledge something, so I think that it's very important to make people happy because exchange gifts make them happy. And also this image, when I see this image, I remember that I forget the birthday of my husband and I was upset at that moment. And yeah, this image makes me little bit sad because I don't know. I was very busy and I forget the day of his birthday. So yes, I think those two ideas come in my mind.
Thank you very much. And you brought up an interesting point. All these images here are a way for you guys to respond emotionally because you're telling me about something other than the image. It's very similar to something called a Rorschach test, where you have ink blots and a person will ask you to describe what you think it is. So very similar here. I'm showing you an image and I'm getting it to trigger an emotional response, a memory from your past. And by describing it, you're practicing English conversation from a first person, but also the use of adjectives to describe it clearly. We can't see what you're describing. It's your memory. Use adjectives to describe size, shape, color, sounds, or even smells. All right, now for our next image, and Edson, you're up next. Um, again, another strange image. Edson, what comes to mind when you see this image?
Oh. Stop laughing, but you know, I remember the first time when I went in a zoo. Everything was strange for me because I never seen such animals like monkeys or snakes or this kind of, I don't know the name of this in English, but I just saw, I got astonished because I never I had never seen animals in my life when I was, of course, the first time, just dogs and cats, and just suddenly I got that and many other kinds of animals, different animals to see and to feed them. Because I love to feed. I love feeding animals in a zoo. Even though some animals was not possible to feed because like snakes and just monkeys. And by the way, monkey was really really funny because you threw the banana and then they catch the banana and eat, but they made a mess. Giraffe, thank you. And they made a mess with the fruit that I gave us. I gave them. But then giraffe it was amazing for me because I never saw such animal, big animal, apart from elephants of course. But like I really I did want to feed giraffes, but they never eat my fruit that I gave them because I don't know they have such specific kind of alimentation. But and elephants, I love to see the.
Thank you, Edson. Time is up. Thank you very much for that. And that, yes, it's a giraffe. Although I don't think they're meant to be climbing trees. Hisham, you're up next. When you first saw this image, did you laugh like Edson? What first came to mind when you saw this image?
Okay, firstly, when I saw this image, I don't think it's really funny, but I see it in different way. I see the giraffe is trying to avoid from problem or scary stuff, and it's trying to climb the tree trunk. And I want to relate it to my personal experience where it's happening in Malaysia, my native country.
Mhm.
Um, that is when I bought something. I went to supermarket and I bought something, and suddenly the cashier, the one that taking care of the payment, uh, she asked me or she said something in English, and in that moment, uh, I don't. I don't really understand. I don't really understand what she was saying, and it's really afraid me. And what I did is I just ran away from that cashier and called my mom. Um, so that is the way I see this picture, where I get rid or I try to run from the problem. And my hope is I want to speak very well. And when I encounter that kind of same problem, I would not be that kind of afraid or that kind of crappy. So the way I try to try to improve my English is through join this class as well as in my college I got English conversation class as well. So that is what am I doing to improve my English.
Excellent. And one thing I might recommend is join my class tomorrow night.
Okay.
I'm going to take a look quickly, but I think it's the second class tomorrow. Is a good one. And this is a class that I'm teaching because Edson suggested this.
Oh, cool.
We're
Okay.
going to do some role playing.
Mm-hmm.
And the title of the class is Conversation. Donald Trump's, what did I call it again? Donald Trump's controversial campaign. So we'll watch a video. It's about 3 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask each of you in a minute to give me a key point. And then we're going to break up into groups and we're going to role play. So some of you might be representatives of the Republican Party or the Democratic Party, and you're trying to get people's votes. Or we might have a call-in talk radio show where we have Donald Trump as a guest. We have a TV host or broadcaster, presenter, and people will call in asking questions or making statements. So all of that is tomorrow night.
Cool.
Unfortunately,
I'll check on my schedule.
Yeah, check on it. Right now it's completely sold out. Oh, no, it isn't. No, that's tonight's. Tonight's completely sold out. So there is plenty of room in tomorrow night's class.
Oh, okay. I will try to check on my schedule first, and then I make my decision later. Yeah.
Terrific. And on the 24th, I have a couple of conversation classes as well.
Okay.
Right, Hisham. Thank you very much. Now to you, Rexia. What on earth are you thinking when you see this image?
I just think it's funny. Usually, it's a smaller animal that will climb on the tree because they want to stay away. They want to escape from their predators. But now it's such a big kangaroo. Griff, what?
Giraffe.
Oh, graph. Yeah, you already wrote in the chat box. Yeah. So graph. So, and also the tree, it's a little bit, it's unlike the tree in the background. This tree only leaves the empty, like a half trunk. So, so they don't have the ability to climb.
I certainly don't think so. I sense that this is a very, very well photoshopped image. I don't think, like, imagine a horse climbing a tree.
Yeah, they actually, that's why this picture is strange, because they usually don't do that. I was actually thinking, how do they just run when they try to escape from their predator?
Well, we either run or we fight. That's our normal way of dealing with danger.
Yeah, but giraffe usually they are mild. They are not very attack like. How to say that? I want to say they don't usually attack other animals.
No, they're not
more good-tempered.
Yeah, I'd say they're well-tempered. They spook easy, so that's one way of saying they spook easy.
Yeah, they are well-tempered. But what are the predators for? Who will attack a griff?
Giraffe. Who would attack them? Tigers.
Tigers.
Lions. Okay. Hyenas.
I think so. They probably has the long neck is their characteristic. Is that has something to do how they could sense the danger easily, so they can.
It gives them a perspective, so they can. Because they stand very tall off the ground, they can see predators from a distance. So it's a survival adaptation. Yeah. But I have to stop now because we've gone over our 2 minutes. So let me go to William. And you guys are noticing that you all see the exact same image, yet you all describe different memories, and you all perceive it differently. William, how do you perceive this image? What thoughts come to mind?
Yeah, teacher. Well, I was thinking probably in the proposal of the artist who made this work with this photography. I was not really sure about the objective, but probably I think that he wants to say to us or expressing that he's putting like the hunter in the role of the sorry, I forget the role of the prey. I think so. So he wants to make like a a role play between the prey and the hunter, because well, a giraffe is quite a big animal, and it's difficult to scare something so big. So I think that probably he wants to do that. Instead of putting a giraffe, I would like to see a big lion, because I think that the proposal will be more clear. And what else?
So
Uh,
logically, this isn't logical. This image.
yeah, right. But I think that everything has a objective or something to express. Or probably that in some cases the hunters also uh, uh, have some fears, or they are scared, and the and I don't think that the tree is logic, because the giraffes always eat from a tree that has lots of leaves, so why climb something like that?
True enough. But one thing interesting about this image, when I look at it, the normal fear response for this creature is to run. Climbing a tree is also a fear response too. So while it's unnatural for this creature, the response isn't unnatural. So to me, it's kind of strange, because it takes more effort to climb a tree than it is to run. And at least running, you can get away. Climbing, well, that's kind of it. You're at a dead end.
Mhm.
All right, thank you. Asma, you've heard a lot of students talk, describing what they think when
Mhm.
they saw this image. What did you think when you first saw this image?
Okay. What comes in my mind is when we feel afraid of something, of a danger,
Hmm.
we can do something danger or something that is unacceptable. So I cannot imagine that the giraffe, as known that she is the tallest land animal in the world, looking for another highest top to escape from danger. So I think that when we are in a situation that we cannot handle, we can do anything, and we don't have a control. So the main idea or the main purpose that we are looking to be safe. So this is the objective when we are in front of danger.
That's very
And
interesting.
mhm, yeah.
What I would say, Asma, is it's very interesting because of what you pointed out, that when we face fear and uncertainty, we don't always do what's logical. We sometimes just react. And in a way, I think that very well, I think that does a very good job of describing what the artist is trying to say here. Yes, this animal has responded as it normally would, in fear, to climb to get away from danger, but it hasn't been very logical and smart in its choice.
Mhm.
That's a very, very good analysis, Asma. All right, well, now I'm going to bring up something a little different. Now, if you thought the last image didn't make sense, you're right. It's like if you watch the movie Star Wars. I know some of you are going to see it. If you watch it like a child, you only see what is visible. In English, we have an idiom or a saying that says, yes, but you need to read between the lines. So there's two meanings. What you see as a child, and then as an adult. What is the movie really trying to say? Like Star Wars, it's not about Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and other characters trying to fight against the evil empire. It's about a story between oppressive colonialism and freedom fighters. So you can look at a lot of popular culture, and yes, on the surface it looks like Star Wars as a child would see it, but when you look for the hidden meaning, it's trying to say something else. So this next image, if you look at literally, it doesn't make sense. But what is it really trying to say? So Edson, you get to start off first, and if you thought the last one was funny, take a look at this one. Edson, when you see this image, what are you thinking?
Jeez. Well, let's see. A terrible image, like
Why? Why is it terrible?
because you know the what's the name of what is called this animal?
Koala bear.
Cora? How it's called?
Koala bear.
Carver. Yeah, koala. Good. And he's eating the another animal. For me, it would be like I remember once when I was fishing. Was my cousin and I we were in my aunt's house, my aunt's farm, and suddenly something very strange get moved into the water. Alligator, yeah. And then we continued fishing, and then suddenly what happens was the alligator just appears to us, and we we look at each other. Come on, guys, let's get out of here right now, otherwise we're gonna get in trouble. But we went back. We went in the house, and then I talked to my uncle, my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
They returned to the place to see if the alligator was there yet, but there was no alligator anymore. And but it was amazing the that situation, because never happened to have alligator in a very short lake.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and a small lake, we would say, a small lake.
Yeah.
With your aunt and your uncle. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Edson, thank you very much. Francisco's up next. Francisco, welcome to class. Thank you for joining us.
Great to hear.
Francisco, I've got an image up here, and Edson was describing it. But when you see this image, what are you thinking? What comes to mind?
Okay. Well, I think here it's a kind of symbiosis between the crocodile and the koala bear, because the koala bear doesn't seem to be afraid. It seems that he's enjoying the moment. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he's helping the crocodile to get rid of some food from its mouth. So I think, yeah, both of them are enjoying the moment, and they are helping to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I think this is a correlation, or it's a symbiosis between two entities. Uh, I think, well, maybe they are the koala bear is enjoying this because, well, he's not afraid of another predator, just the alligator. But I think the alligator has maybe a contract with them, because maybe they are the only animals that could help him, or help these kind of animals to get rid of food. Uh, like other animals help other animals to get rid of food, and that is among their teeth. So I think they are enjoying this moment. They are enjoying, and they are helping to each other.
All right, thank you very much, Francisco. All right, for two students describe what comes to mind when they see this image. Next up, Hisham. Hisham, what do you think when you see this image? What comes to mind? What feelings does it evoke?
Okay, so firstly, when I saw this image, it's just what I think is a situation where the koala bear is already know that it is going to die in any minute, but it's trying very hard to do something. At least for me, it's trying to do his best. So I would like to relate to my personal experience. I remember that I am about to take an exam on Friday, but I was um, I was sick and have a bad um, fever on Thursday. So that means the day before.
Mhm.
Um, but it turns out I'm cured on Friday. But I haven't read anything on the test, which is psychology test, and it's contribute a lot of marks. So I think I need to do something. And what did I do? What my best to do is I take on a very cold shower to get a fever again, just to get a medical excuse.
Well, sir, I
Yeah.
hate to tell you this, but you actually don't get a fever or a cold from being cold. The only thing you can catch from being cold is hypothermia.
Oh, I'm not really sure, but it works that time. It works, and right after I take a shower, and my fever is just like coming back, and I just run to the nearest clinic to get to meet a doctor and say, okay, you're not really fever, you're not really have a fever, but there is a slight thing. I just say that one. I'm trying to gather a medical excuse. Yeah, 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. Next, Ruxia, I'm curious to know your analysis or your thoughts when you saw this image.
So actually, where did you get these pictures? May I ask?
Well, I got it from this very, very strange place known as the internet.
Oh, expectations of boss.
I
So
know how to find things on the internet.
okay, so I see the title of the image is expectations of boss crocodile.
Mhm.
So the crocodile may it's a symbol for the boss. And the what's the color bear? The little bear?
Yeah,
It's
the cuddly bear there, which normally likes to spend its time in trees, not inside the mouth of a croc or an alligator.
yeah, so it's more like a symbol for employee who is at the mercy of the boss.
Mhm.
And so looks like the boss wanted to eat the crocodile want to eat the koala bear, and the koala bear tried to resist that. And it's like just like a boss. They wanted to I don't know, kill or just penalize. They want to penalize or fire employee, and the employee just try their best to resist or to get away from it, but it's very difficult. He's using all his arms and legs to stretch the mouth of the crocodile. I'm sorry, I have a phone coming.
No worries.
Okay.
All right. Asma, I'm curious to know. Oh, sorry, not Asma. William. Sorry, William. There's something here I'm seeing, and none of you guys are seeing it yet. I'm curious if William will pick up on it. William, what's going on here? Let's read between the lines.
Sure, teacher. Well, in my point of view, I see a similarity between the last photography and this one. I think
Mhm.
could be the same artist, because in both, he's trying to express abilities that normal animals can do it. Just in special occasions that we are facing something really difficult. I think that in this occasion he wants to show us that there is this big animal that is so strange and can kill the koala just just very easily,
Easily.
but easily, right? But instead the koala is like trying to fight and don't give up.
Is he fighting though?
Well, I think that he was fighting, and now he's like, well, I did my best, and I am going to accept the destiny that is going to be killed. But I think that he's calm because he knows that he did his best, and he's just facing and the death with calm. Mm,
Okay.
I think so.
That's certainly a viewpoint for sure, definitely. All right, Asma, it's your turn. I'm curious to know how you will describe this.
Okay. When I see this picture, many questions come to my mind. The first question is why this koala bear is posing. It's like posing. It's like looking to the photographer,
Yes.
you know. So what comes in my mind, the selfies. It's like the koala bear goes with the trend of selfies, you know, because it not seems afraid. The koala bear is looking to the photographer to take this photo or to help him taking this photo. And what comes in my mind, the number of people who died while taking selfies. So I think that this is you cannot imagine that your mobile can can be a cause or a factor of your death. So I don't know. It comes to my mind this idea or this fact.
All right. Well, would you like to hear how I view this image?
Pro?
Problems.
Mm-hmm.
The alligator represents our problems. Let's look at the koala bear here. As William has said, he's not looking directly into the alligator. He's not directly addressing his fears, his problems. So think of the alligator representing his problems or your problems. They've got big, nasty teeth. They're scary. They're bigger than me. Yet this koala isn't too terribly afraid. He's not afraid at all, really. I mean, yes, he's concerned, but he's looking out at us. He's not looking at his problems. He's looking for a way out, but he's not fighting it. He's resisting a bit, but he's only got one arm up. The other one's laying down. He's only got one leg up. He's just trying to keep the problem at bay while he tries to solve it. And what this image really is trying to say is, don't let the problems get the best of you. Don't be so trapped by the teeth of your problems. Yes, be concerned. Yes, do something about it. But think outside of the problems. No matter how big they are, there's always a solution. This image is ridiculous. Koala bears do not like water. They don't like swimming. They certainly don't like to come down and play with alligators. They like trees and eucalyptus leaves. That's what I have to say on that image. I'll close this. I'm not going to save changes. Let's get rid of this image here. Now, we're looking for hidden messages in a way. So I'm looking for two things: for you to describe something from your past that the image reminds you of, or I challenge you to describe what the artist is really trying to say. And because the artist is not here, there's really no wrong answer. It's about using our mind to analyze, to provide analysis. Okay, so Edson's always next. Now I know Edson's going to like this image. When I first saw it, I thought it was a great image. I first saw this image when I think it was December 2012, and I had a class. I had a ton of classes on New Year's. Actually, it was 2011, December 2011. And one of my students sent this to me, only it had a caption at the top, and it read, "It may be the end of the world, but it's not the end of the moon," which I thought was interesting. Edson, I'm only going to give you a minute because we're really running low on time, but go ahead in a minute. Give me one key point that this image is either trying to convey, or one key point or something from your past that this reminds you of. Go ahead, please.
This images reminds me of a situation that I had to drink a beer, you know, because I saw a commercial. A guy was drinking a beer, not like that, but different, like Heineken, that I like it. And then start drinking. I saw that image, that commercial, and then I had to go to the supermarket to buy just well, not just one, but two or three more bottles. And supermarket was terrible that day because was the day before the holiday, you know, and then supermarket get trouble, get crowded. But I wait for the line to have my chance to buy, to pay, and then I got home. I started watching a movie. I don't know what's called the movie. It's about some astronauts, something like this. I don't remember now.
Unfortunately, we only have a minute, so I got to stop you there. So because of the time, guys, try to come up with a single idea, but describe it richly. Francisco, it's your turn.
Well, I think this astronaut is getting rid of his problems because he's so relaxed. Maybe he's he's not concerned about the problems on Earth, but well, he's taking a nap or drinking a beer, yeah, without any concern about it.
Very good. Now, you say he's drinking a beer, but he's on the moon. That beer would freeze instantly, and he's got a helmet on, so he really can't drink the beer. What's really going on here?
I don't know. Maybe, well, they are trying to say that even though that is the end of that world, there's nothing to fear if you have that kind of beer or you are.
Interesting. So there we are. We're talking about problems and fear again, aren't we? Excellent. Hisham, your thoughts?
Okay. The first thing it crosses my mind is we know astronaut was sent to the moon is to do work. It's just like investigating, experimenting, but it actually turns out he is not. He is doing something else, which is having fun. So it is just like we are being lied by a person. We expect something, but it turns out to be different thing. So I want to relate to my own story where I'm actually studying abroad, which is not in my country. So maybe they expect me to study all day long or all night long, but actually I do have some fun here and there. Maybe in a week, maybe once a week. So actually we do have fun. So it's not something like maybe it's different from the expectation of people. So that's 1 minute.
Thank you. Well timed as well.
Yeah.
Roxia, you've got a minute. Your thoughts on this image?
I'm just I think the astronaut is looking. So there's the Earth. I don't think it's just Earth is no longer amenable to living. It's just the asteroid is on the just having a flight, and he's on the moon, supposedly moon, but it could be other planets, and he's looking at Earth, and then drinking beers. Yeah, I noticed yeah. What's on the face of this astronaut? There's something there.
Well, you can see the silhouette or the reflection of
Yeah,
what we're seeing, and you can see the outline of his face.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, what's the reflection there? It's not clear to me.
Oh yeah,
I can
it's
see
the
contour.
spacecraft.
Oh, a spacecraft. Oh, I can see the contour of the face.
No worries.
Yeah.
All right, William,
And
you're up. Sorry, I've got to keep moving because we've only got
Yeah.
a few minutes left, and I've still got a few students to cover. William, same image, and yes, I agree with Edson. This was primarily developed as a marketing campaign for a certain beverage company, but we can analyze it and we can get meaning out of it. What kind of meaning can you offer from this?
Yes, Simon. Well, I am not sure about the analyze in this occasion. I just like the image because bring me peace, calm, and I love the concept, the idea of just that you don't need too much to be happy, just a good beverage and a great view. I think that could be the idea of the marketing campaign.
All right, thank you. Asma.
Okay, maybe I will say something different. Okay, I think when you drink, in some time when you overdrink, you will be drunk or hammered, so you don't have control, or you can imagine something that it's not real. And recently, I think that many questions are um, um, they don't have answer, and many people ask if the moon landings could be a hoax or fake, means it's not real. So maybe you imagine yourself that you land on the moon, but it's not real.
Okay, very interesting. Thank you. Would you guys like to hear how I see this image?
Yes, I want to.
Okay. So first of all, it's an advertising campaign. Drink Carlsberg, right? That's the very first simple message I can get from this. The second message is very similar to our problems and fears. So with everything, there's opportunities, there's solutions, there's problems. We've heard the expression, we need to step back and look at the situation. And sometimes when we're faced with either a problem or an opportunity, and an opportunity is to take a situation and get something beneficial out of it, where we maximize the opportunity. Now, this individual here is obviously stepping way back from whatever it is, because it's on Earth. Whatever's going on is happening on Earth. But he's stepping back. He's looking back on the Earth. He's thinking about whatever it is in the most casual possible way he can. And it's very strange, but to this person, sitting on the moon, enjoying a nice cold beverage, is a very relaxing, it's his special place. And by putting himself in that special place, he's able to analyze the situation. That's my primary way of looking at this. And then, of course, it reminds me of that class I taught in December 2011, on December the 31st. Again, it might be the end of the world, but it's not the end of the moon. So even problems that are really, really big, that could spell the end of the world, doesn't spell the end of the universe, doesn't dispel hope. Hope is always there. Well, guys, with a minute left, I'd like to close and say thank you, each and every one of you, for joining me today. As you saw by the link there, I have a ton of classes this week, and I have a ton of them on December the 24th. I have a couple of conversation classes that I haven't put any, I haven't updated yet with a topic, but rest assured I will. Until then, guys, have yourself a great evening, great night, and I'll see you again here tomorrow for that.
You too. See you. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you.
You're welcome. Good night, guys.
It's a fun class.
Thank you. I hope I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, I'll try.
Bye now.